Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. Jackson drives an average of 300 miles each week. His car can travel an average of 25 miles per gallon of gasoline. Jackson would like to reduce his weekly expenditure on gasoline by $8. If gasoline costs $2.50 per gallon, how many average miles did he drive each week? Currently, Jackson drives an average of 300 miles each week. Our first work is to find the cost for this 300 miles each week. Once we get the cost, it has to be reduced by $8. Then we have to find the number of miles he should drive each week for the reduced cost. Okay, how do you have to find the cost for this 300 miles each week? Let's consider this particular information. His car can travel an average of 25 miles per gallon of gasoline. That is, for 1 gallon of gasoline, his car can travel 25 miles. How many gallons of gasoline do we need to travel 300 miles? So for that, we have to divide this 300 miles by this 25 miles. Okay, let me do it. Then we get 300 by 25 equals to 12. That is, we need 12 gallons of gasoline to travel 300 miles. And also we know that the cost of 1 gallon of gasoline is $2.50. Now let's find the cost of 12 gallons of gasoline. For that, we have to multiply the number of gallons 12 and the cost of 1 gallon of gasoline. So 12 times 2.50, that is equal to $30. Okay, here we need $30 to drive 300 miles. Okay, here Jackson wants to reduce his expenditure by $8. Then this $30 will become $22. Okay, here with $30 of money, he can travel 300 miles. Let me write it over here. And how many miles can he drive with $22? That is a reduced expense. So we can assume that is X miles. Now, with this stuff, we can set up the proportion. That is, for $30, he drives 300 miles. And with the $22, he can drive X number of miles. Now we have to solve for X in this proportion. Now what we can do is we can write each ratio as a fraction. That is 30 over 300 equals to 22 divided by X. Okay, here 30 goes into 31 times and 30 goes into 300 10 times. We get 1 over 10 equals to 22 over X. Now we can do cross multiplication. That is, the numerator over here has to be multiplied by this denominator. That is 1 times X is X. On the right side, this numerator 22 has to be multiplied by this denominator. 10 times 22 is 220. So if Jackson wants to reduce his weekly expenditure on gasoline by $8, he should drive 220 miles each week. And we find this 220 miles in answer choice B. The correct answer choice for this question is B.